Hey guys, what is up? I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Gara. So, in this episode, we're just going to be really telling you how to get Gara, what it costs to get her, and then her abilities. So, the cost for Gara, her new optics, you need 90 Pyrite Alloy, 65 Grundacryl. Sorry if I ruined that. 700 circuits, 2 neurodes, 800 rubito, 55 iridite, 120 copperite alloy, 2 Cetus Wisp, 2 morphics, 35 chark electroplas, 25 Escher diva, and 850 circuits. So altogether, the amount of credits you're going to need is going to be 70,000. Going to need 3 Orokin cells, 90 Pyrite Alloy, 65 Grundacryl, 2 Neurodes, 2 Cetus Wisps, 1,550 circuits, 120 copperite alloy, 55 iridite, 800 rubidae, 200 morphics, 35 charcoal alloy, 35 chark electroplas, and then 25 Esh diva. And each of these takes 12 hours, and then when you get all these parts, you make it a 3-day build. But yeah. And to get the parts, you just need to do bounties from Konzu on Cetus. But out of all that, I show you her abilities. So her first ability is called Shattered Lash. So what it does, if you press your first ability, it makes a spear, like a glass spear basically, which does straight up damage, which can do pretty darn well on a single enemy, like single target enemy. But so let's say you had a bunch of enemies that you need to get rid of. If you hold your one, make a big sliding whip, which does tons of slash damage, but it's not as good for single target use. Her second ability is called Splinter Storm. So what it does is with maxed out Intensify, with nothing else, just Intensify, you get a 90% damage reduction, which is pretty good because 90% is a lot. You may not think it's a bit, but it is. I'll show you. So you'll spawn in 8 level 25 corrupted enemies. Wait for my Splinter Storm to wear out. Okay. Now stand in the middle. See how much damage I take. Don't last very long. But if you put the 2 on, you 1 end up killing half of these enemies, and 2 you take 90% less damage. But my passive keeps blinding these guys, which is really annoying. But yeah, Gara's passive is when she's in the light, she has a chance to pull off a radial blind effect. Okay, put it in Splinter Storm, let them hit me. As you can see, much less damage. And I can also protect myself. Yep, keep hitting me. Yep. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's her second ability. Her third ability, it sounds useful, and it can be useful sometimes. I don't personally use it in missions, but what it does is it makes, as you can see, mirrors, which the enemy will go for over anything. And each time they hit the mirror, they reflect the damage back onto themselves, and mirrors take the damage as well. But yeah, I don't really think a lot of people end up using that when they're playing, like out on the field. But it does seem to be a decent ability in theory. But yeah, and her fourth ability is called Mass Vitrify. Basically, you build a wall and anything inside the wall gets frozen. Then everything outside the wall has to spend ages breaking it. Well, let's say you don't want to wait like inside your little wall for them to break it. Well, you just walk up to it, either inside or outside, and press your first ability. And you basically make a mini nuke. Lots of things can survive that at higher level, but then again, most of the time you're using it for the little combo and abilities, I guess. So for the combo and abilities, press your second ability, get your damage, press your 4, then go outside of your 4 and press your first ability on it. As you can see, the bottom right, you do 3,361 damage, and the thing with this is it's endless scaling. As long as you have enough energy to keep recasting your 4, yeah, it's going to keep going. And at most levels, doing it maybe 3 times is enough to kill anything. See how high we can get it. And every time you press your fourth ability, when your second ability is active, your second ability's timer resets. As you can see, it's 17, now it's at 28. 28. And yeah, endless scaling. So if I was to spawn in, I don't know, what's my highest level I can get to? A level 65 heavy gunner. And the butchers as well, maybe. Just, if you're inside, as you can see, your damage won't go up. But yeah, if I was just to run around, basically doing 15k damage, and also you still take that 90% damage reduction, which is very helpful. Yeah, doesn't seem to take these guys out very fast, but then again, I'm back with more damage. Yeah, you still don't die very quick. Okay, give me a sec. I'm back with more damage. Ah, why you do that? Fourth ability. Ran out of energy. And then you go your first ability, fourth ability, so on and so forth until you end up getting enough to do that. So yeah, it took a while to do that, but then again, that was with like me not attacking it at all, just walking up to it, which is stupidly insane, because if you were to do this for like, I don't know, 5 or so minutes, you'd probably end up getting to 1,000,000k, whatever. You'd just be able to one-shot levels infinite. But yeah, Gara's really good. And the 2 weapons Gara has, one's the Vulcanus, and then the other is the Astella, which doesn't seem to want to pop up. But yeah, the Astella is Gara's main primary weapon. I don't think she came out with a secondary. I don't think she did. Oh. But yeah, her first, like her melee weapon, which is going to be the first weapon you can get, pretty good. Also, her second ability, which I forgot to say, can cast on enemies. And then it'll surround the enemies, and every enemy getting hit by it, you just slowly die. And the person you cast it on will also slowly die. But yeah, the Vulcanist is a decently good weapon. Don't forget, these guys are level 65 as well, which is nearly into sortie level, and I haven't got a proper build on these. And since her passive is basically a radio blind, in the middle of fighting someone, you'll find it very easy to just blind them, like in the middle of hitting them, and then end up doing a finisher, which is very nice. But yeah, that's Gara. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys all in the next one.